Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and then make predictions for next week's top 5. So let's get right on into it. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be Miss Bala, number 2 would be Glass, number 3 would be The Upside, number 4 would be Aquaman, and number 5 would be The Kid Who Would Be King. And once again, I've only gotten 1 out of 5 of my predictions right for this weekend, and it's not the one that you'd probably be expecting it to be. You might be wondering, was the only correct prediction Miss Bala? No, because number 1 at the box office was once again Glass, making $9 million this weekend, adding to a domestic total of $88 million. Worldwide, it is sitting at $198 million, so $2 million away from getting to $200 million worldwide, which is fantastic. And it has $7 million more to go domestically until it outgrosses Unbreakable's total. So that's very good for this film, and you can kind of tell by the number 1's number of $9 million that it wasn't that big of a weekend at the box office, because not too many big movies came out since Miss Bala was the only new release, and not too many people were really hyped about that. And also it was the Super Bowl weekend, so I think more people were preoccupied with that on Sunday. So a lot of low numbers here in the top 10. Number 2, we have The Upside making $8 million, adding to a domestic total of $75 million, and worldwide it is sitting at $81 million. So it was finally able to double that $37.5 million budget, which is very good. They made $6 million over that in a worldwide total, which is also very good. I'm not sure if it's going to get to $100 million worldwide. I think maybe it'll start to slow down before it gets there, but this is still a pretty moderate success for the film overall. Number 3, we have Miss Bala. This movie didn't get to number 1 like I predicted. I guess not too many people really cared or knew about it because it only made $6 million this weekend. Now, it is on a budget of $15 million, so if there are any worldwide totals that come out, if any other countries release this film and people go see it, then it might have a chance to double that $15 million budget and get to $30 million, but so far it's not off to a really good start. The fact that it didn't get the most glowing reviews either doesn't really help. Number 4, we have Aquaman making $4.7 million, adding to a domestic total of $323 million. It is $2 million away from outgrossing Suicide Squad domestically and $7 million away from outgrossing Batman v Superman. I know for sure it's going to outgross Suicide Squad. Batman v Superman's a little bit more hopeful of me, but I hope it does do that at some point. Worldwide, it is sitting at $1.106 billion, which is very good for the film. Obviously, we've talked enough about the worldwide success of this. Now I'm just kind of focusing on the domestic ranking of the other DC films. Number 5, we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which has finally, domestically at least, become the highest grossing Sony Pictures animation film ever. It made $4.4 million this weekend, adding to a domestic total of $175 million. Worldwide, it is sitting at $347 million. So this is fantastic. This may not have made Incredibles 2 numbers as far as the box office goes, but the fact that it was able to become the studio's highest grossing film is pretty outstanding. And if you keep at this franchise like this with the same amount of creativity as this film, I think they could probably make a lot more money. So that's already a very promising start of a franchise if Sony Pictures wants to do that and keep the franchise intact instead of making it like Amazing Spider-Man 2 or something like that. Number 6, we have Green Book, which made $4.3 million, adding to a domestic total of $55 million. Worldwide is sitting at $81. The exact same worldwide total as The Upside, conveniently enough, which is very good for the movie. A lot more people are going out to see it. It has tripled its $23 million budget at this point, on its way to quadruple it, which is very good for the movie. Number 7, we have The Kid Who Would Be King, making $4.2 million. Still not doing that good overall. Domestically, its total is $13 million, and worldwide, it is only at $16 million. I think I saw that it's about to have its UK premiere, so maybe, hopefully, the UK numbers will bring this movie up. Hopefully, I want to see this movie double its $59 million budget so bad, so hopefully, the UK numbers actually do boost this incredibly much so. Number 8, we have A Dog's Way Home, making $3 million, adding to a domestic total of $35 million, and worldwide it is sitting at $50 million. So even though at first it was getting off to a slow start, it still was able to get to half $100 million worldwide, which is good. It doubled its $18 million budget and made $14 million over that. So it's not a bad flop or anything, because it was able to double its budget. It's just not as big of a hit as A Dog's Purpose was. And it kind of makes you wonder how A Dog's Journey is going to be be later on this year. Number 9, we have Escape Room making $2.9 million, adding to a domestic total of $52 million, and worldwide it is sitting at $96 million. So $4 million away from getting to $100 million worldwide, which is actually pretty spectacular if you think about it. A lot of January horror films kind of get swept under the rug and kind of forgotten about, but this one actually was able to make some kind of impression on some people, enough to make almost $100 million worldwide, and maybe once it's out of the top 10 it might actually get past that point. And finally at number 10 we have They Shall Not Grow Old. Now I don't know the budget of this thing, but it did make $2.4 million this weekend, adding to a domestic total of $10 million. So I think the makers of this film are just happy enough that people are out there going to see it, you know, like as much as I don't know the budget right now, how much it costs to actually remaster all this footage, I think the thing they're proud of the most is that people are going out to see it and supporting these people that they're honoring. So I think that's the most important thing to take away from this. But now it's time for the fun part, the predictions for next week's top 5, which is going to be interesting because as you've seen, the numbers have been really quite low, and we have 4 new wide releases that could potentially do some damage. So number 1, I think, will easily be the Lego Movie 2, the second part. Number 2, What Men Want. Number 3, The Prodigy. Number 4, Cold Pursuit. And number 5, Glass. But what are your predictions for next week's top 5? Leave it in the comments below, and if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then I'm sorry. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.